On GreensboroSports.com, Brian Braswell, coach of the Ragsdale Tigers, whose team takes on Southeast Guilford this afternoon. 9-1 so far this season, 9 wins, 9 losses, 1 tie. Maybe not your typical Brian Braswell team, but a hard-playing team. Saw you play Southeast over at your place earlier.
Right.
And a pretty good matchup between the two, although they're 0-14, I think, coming in.
Yeah, they've tied 2 games, but they've been very strong. We beat them 1-0. We scored in the first 2 minutes of that match, and that ended up staying.
Who are some of your better players this year? I know Casey Redfern's your goalie. He also, I guess you have to get him as much as you can. The football team gets him a little bit too, don't they? You have to split him a little bit there.
He does kick field goals and kickoffs. So Austin Shepsky and Jack McGinn are our captains this year. They've been doing a lot of hard work, a lot of grunt work. Jack McGinn in the midfield. And Austin's playing a little up top in the midfield for us as well.
How are you hanging right now as far as the conference goes? Another game I saw in the conference saw Southeast Guilford go down to Eastern Randolph and played Eastern Randolph fairly tight. Eastern Randolph impressed me pretty much.
Eastern Randolph is the story of our conference this year. They finished in the cellar for the last 4 years, and they've really put it together. They got a talented team, and they're difficult.
Have you played them already? How'd you match up with them?
We beat them 6-2, but we finished that game. We finished about the best we've done all year.
Right. They've got a kid on their team, too, which is also their football kicker. And I think he was maybe number 24, number escapes me. That kid was sharp, very sharp. They've got, from that standpoint, to take a little stretch further, they've got the Hispanic input on that team. Very significant.
Definitely. They have some talented players. And here again, it's a bunch at the top. Ashford's a half game in front of us. We're a half game in front of ER. And Southwest Randolph is maybe a game back. So everybody's fighting for a playoff spot.
How busy does it keep you right now? Are you able to spend time with the JV and the varsity, or you devote most of your time to your varsity team?
We practice together. We still work together, and then we split apart the last half of practice.
I know it keeps you busy watching in the warm-ups over at your place. You're out on the field pretty much taking part, working with your team throughout the warm-ups, going through the different drills. So you're a very interactive type coach.
Yeah, I'm hands-on.
How many years you been at Ragsdale now?
This is my 19th.
19th year, so you're in the same category with a guy like a Hurt DeGraw and some of the other long-term coaches, and George Kennedy's long-term's local here.
Well, they've been doing it a lot longer than me. They're probably 25, 30 years in. But we've been doing it for about 2 decades. That's a long time.
Quite a bit of success because you coach girls and boys, right?
The boys in the fall, girls in the spring. Yes, sir.
A couple of championships with both?
Yeah, we've had success with both genders.
And I guess the championships came, as you look back on the years, came more toward back in the 90s. You'd probably like to get 1 or 2 going now in the 2000 range.
Well, it'd be nice. We had a lot of talent here in the 90s, and we took advantage of it. We've been to a couple of semifinals, but it's so competitive. It's very hard. It's hard to get there. It's hard to win it.
You had a goalkeeper a few years back named Siri Molnix. Was she with you a few years back?
Yes, she left school, I believe, in 95.
Yeah, and she was quite a player in high school, went on to do quite well, right?
She was. She left high school a year early in Carolina and started there, and eventually started for our national team.
What kind of prediction can you give us on what kind of game we might see today between your team and Southeast?
Southeast always plays very good at home. They play very good. I'm very concerned about tonight's game. We barely defeated them the first game. They'll be very defensively oriented, and that's been our nemesis is lack of finishing this year. So it's going to be a battle to see who's going to win in their defensive third, and then they counter very well. So it'll be another battle in our defensive third as well. I expect a nice tight match tonight.
GreensboroSports.com, Brian Braswell, good to see you once again, and also checked in with Ed O'Keefe, one of the local soccer officials this morning, put in a good word for you. So we expect to see a good game from you and your team today.
Well, we hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye. Thanks, guys.
GreensboroSports.com, Issac Welker, head coach of the Southeast Guilford Falcons. Coach, big game of Ragsdale today. I'm sure you're pleased. If you look at the scoreboard now, what the JV team has done, they've kind of got things off to a good start this afternoon.
Absolutely. It's always great when the JV team can kind of give us some momentum going into the varsity game. Been a trying season for the varsity so far. The record doesn't show the level of progress we've made from day one to right now, but we're getting better every game. We've got a lot of young guys getting some experience this year. hoping we can be just as competitive as the JV game has been so far.
And Ragsdale, you played them fairly close when you went to Jamestown about 3 or 4 weeks ago. You played in a tough game over there, and they're a pretty tough seasoned team with a coach, Coach Braswell, who's been around a number of years.
Absolutely, yeah. Brian's a great coach, and I got nothing but respect for the way that he runs his program over there. We were fortunate that the score wasn't a little more than it was. I think we had about 5 shots, and they had 16 or 17. But
that's a tribute, I guess, to Jay Goldsmith. He's been developing under fire this year, a freshman in goal for you. He's done a very good job for you.
Yeah, he kept us in that game. They scored early, I think about 2.5 minutes in, and then from that point forward it was a shutout. So hopefully we get that same type of performance from him tonight, and then maybe we can sneak one in there. They got a good goalie too. He's a young guy.
That's Casey Redford, is that right?
Yeah, sophomore.
Wow, it's hard to believe he's a sophomore because I was talking to Coach Braswell.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure.
He also is the same guy kicks for the football team, so they're lucky.
Yeah, watch his punts tonight.
So they kind of goes from one sport to the other, that talent.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's hard to get behind. I don't think we scored on him last year, so hopefully we can find the back of the net tonight.
I talked to Coach Braswell about it. Saw your game against Eastern Randall. You played Eastern a tough game.
Yeah, we had really equal opportunities. Unlike the Ragsdale game, where they had the better end of the play, we were in there.
And that was a game where your younger players, you moved up, they kind of stepped up, played well for you.
Absolutely.
Especially back on defense, because they had a kid, Miguel Uribe. I was noting to Coach Braswell about him, a very talented young kid.
Number 12 for them he is tough to get around. He probably could score 3 or 4 goals if they would play him at a forward or midfield position. And so I've been impressed with what they've done with their program.
Who do you look to try to get that 1 or maybe 2 goals that you need tonight to win this game and get ahead against Ragsdale?
It would be nice if we could get our number 10, Tyson Willard, involved in this, and Matt Poole up front.
And the Dunker kid's a pretty good offensive attacker too.
Absolutely. Now he's playing back in more of a midfield position, and he's more of a setup man. But we'll take it at this point of the season. The way our offense has been, we'll take it from anybody.
You'll take breaks anyway. You can get
we
those
score.
breaks.
Our center back scored against Southwestern Randolph, so on the South Peak. So we'll take it from anybody.
What was the outcome against Southwestern Randolph?
We tied them 1-1.
So no wins, but the one tie against Southwestern.
That's where we're standing right now in the conference. We are 0-8.
We're in the developmental stages. So it's your time to kind of upset the so-called target here against Ragsdale.
That would be nice. We lost 10 seniors. 9 of them started from last year, so we knew it was going to be a rebuilding season. The non-conference schedule we played didn't necessarily match the talent that we had.
I saw you against Page earlier.
Yeah, we had a game with Page. We had Western Guilford. Matter of fact, we played them Thursday. So we played Northeast. We played Western Elements. And all those schools are going to be in the playoffs. So
Coach
that's what we need to do.
You've got to get ready for the game. Thanks for talking to us. It's a great sports talk.
Thank you.
Good to be with you.
Move on! Push out!